So, Holly, I've been a lawyer since 1981, and in 1990, from 1981 to 1991, I'm doing wills like everybody else. In 1991, just all of a sudden, like fire, it spread. Everybody wants a living trust.
Ah,
I have no idea what a living trust is. Guess what? There's no real internet in 1991.
no, there is.
I'm trying to figure out what is a living trust. Everybody wants one. I better figure out how to do it. How do I do this? So I went to the completely old school, the Yellow Pages, and look under T for trust.
Okay.
And sure enough, there's a phone number there for a lady. She's not a lawyer, but she's a financial planner. And it says right on there, she does trusts. So I give her a call, and she says, Tom, oh, I know you from the radio show. Let's get together. Let's do business together. And we did business together for a few years ago. She had all the living trusts, but she's not a lawyer. But she's got all these clients who want living trusts. Mm-hmm. So together, she and I were preparing living trusts, and she did a lot of it, but I'd always put my stamp of approval on it. I'd be there for the signing, witnessing, and notarizing. And that's how I learned to do living trust, looking at her living trust.
Wow. Wow.
And then over the years, she kind of went her way and I kind of went my way. But that's how I started in 1991. And it was just, again, spread like wildfire. Part of the reason it spread like a wildfire was because financial planners were looking for ways to get clients and get people's attention. So they were all doing these seminars and workshops and come to these workshops and we'll tell you about living trusts and how to invest your money.
Right.
Yep. So they would want me to come to their workshops and do just a few minutes about living trusts, and then the financial planners could do the main part of living trusts about, hey, here's some great financial products we want to sell you.
Uh-huh.
And so that was, the financial planners were really the ones that really kind of spread the word out there as a way to generate leads and business for themselves. But of course, I kind of tagged along. And then over many years, the financial planners kind of moved on to something else. But by now, the living trusts were out there in the workplace, in the everyday vernacular of people. People knew about them. And that's how it got started.
Okay. That's not what I thought you were going to say. But there you are.
So that's, so again, 1991. So now here we are 30 years later. I've been doing living trust for over 30 years.
I will say that the topic of trusts was my favorite topic when I was in law school, learning about various areas of law. Something very interesting and very, I don't know. It's just very interesting. Tool.
First of all, when we talk about trusts, historically, and I'm talking like from the beginning of time, prior to 1991, historically almost all trusts were done within a will. They were called a testamentary trust. Mm-hmm. And, okay, nothing really special about them. But people moved into the living trust, and when you hear people talking about trusts out there, they're all talking about the same thing. A revocable living trust. Revocable means that when you sign this trust, you can make any changes to it as long as you're alive. Nothing we do for you is written in stone. The living trust means that it is funded and used during your lifetime.
Absolutely.
Versus a testamentary trust that is not funded or used until you've passed away. So revocable living trusts really came into vogue and are still into vogue for the purpose of avoiding probate.
1 minute.
We know that people want to avoid probate because it's expensive and it takes a long time.
Yes.
Here at the Olson Law Group, we're all about helping people to avoid probate, but often we can use simpler tools to avoid probate, but sometimes a living trust can be the appropriate tool for avoiding probate. When?
Well, perfect example would have been my meeting with clients this morning. A living revocable trust can be the right tool for you if you have a very intricate plan of distribution, or you have certain desires that you wish to be met upon your passing and dealing with your assets that need to be captured in a trust.